Number 17 is very similar to number 7, the one we just did a little bit ago. I made a video on, except there's a lot more going on here in this from one parent function to the next. So I want to make sure and go through this. So begin by graphing the absolute value function, f of x equals the absolute value of x. Then use transformations of this graph to graph the given function. Okay, so what's going to happen from this parent function to this? Okay, what exactly is going to happen? Well, let's think about it. Okay, the parent function, if you look at your parent function graphs, or if you remember, the absolute value is a v. So that means it's going to look like this. Okay, the parent function graph. I should have made that a different color. We will. Let's make that red. There we go. So that's my parent function. That is going to be f of x. That's my f function. So I'll go ahead and label that as my f function. So now what happens to the g function? Well, it's taking that function and I'm putting a negative in the front. Well, what happens when I get that negative? Look over here on my paper. It reflects the x-axis. Reflection just means it's going to flip like you were looking in the pond. Reflect the x-axis. So it's going to flip upside down, or it's going to reflect. That would be B. 2. If A is 2, what does that mean? Well, let's go find out. Uh-oh. See if I can move this down. If A is 2, that means it's bigger than 1. Therefore, I'm going to stretch. It is going to stretch. So I'm going to say vertical stretch or shrink because of the 2 in the front. Plus 6 on the inside is the purple part. Addition means we're going left, so that means we're going left 6, which it doesn't say left or right, but purple is a horizontal shift. So we are going to have a horizontal shift. Okay? And then plus 2 at the end is the red part over here on this graph. So plus 2 is going to move it vertically. So that means we're also going to have a vertical shift. Now, the next part is going to ask you to graph this. Well, if you have to graph this, how do I know? Well, I know it's going to be a V, and I know that the vertex is going to be HK. HK is right here. -6 and +2. So I'm going to go to -6, +2, and start here, okay? And then I have a -2. That means my slope is -2. That means I'm going to go down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. And that is going to be your graph of G.